And let's talk about our Sensi thermometer here. So we have actually had this thing for years. So this is an update on this device, and it has worked really, really well for us for, I don't know, 3 years, however long we've had it. This is the Sensi Lite, and we decided to go with this because we do not have like a C cord or a C whatever. And we tried a few other devices and those just did not work. Even the ones that said, you can get this special plugin or this thing or that, we just had a lot of trouble with it. And we are DIYers. We're interested in just like doing it ourselves but not interested in like installing new wires. So this one works fantastic for our house. I love that it's smart. I love that I can adjust it from my phone. So you can see here, pretty simple. Obviously you can see kind of like this outline here of where our other thermostat was. Honestly, I could probably like clean that up a little if I wanted to. It doesn't really bother me. So this piece just goes on like this, and then you can match up the colors like you had before. It does have a little level in there, so you can make sure that you are getting it just right. Get you a little bit closer so you can see all of those pieces, the levels right there, and then putting all of your cords in so they all match up as they should. And then the main device here, a little bit of mirrored there, it's pretty lightweight, pretty small and slim, and then just has 2 batteries. Honestly, I don't know that we've changed these batteries since we've gotten this, which is really, really nice as well. Getting this back up here, all we have to do is just push it in and it will kind of connect in with these different corners. So it's not difficult. Just kind of push it and you'll hear it snap into place. Okay, so now it's all fixed in there. Super easy to use this. So if you want to come over here, you can just hit this button here, the little 3 dots, and this is how we switch from whether we want our air conditioning on, whether we want heat on. Heat's got the little fire, whether it's off altogether. You can see the little Wi-Fi symbol over there, so it is connected. Connecting it was actually really, really easy, not complicated. So if you want the AC on, you can then adjust like, hey, we want it to be 73 degrees in the house, and I can actually hear it kick on right now as I did that. Or whatever temp you want it. For heat, same thing, you can set your temp. You can also set a variety of different like programs in the app, and it's really simple. So again, that's about it for the Sensi. It's super easy, especially with just 3 buttons. We love that it's not overly complicated. It does exactly what it needs to do without having like an overwhelming amount of buttons and things you have to worry about. It does show up just like your regular temperature throughout the day. So it is reading our house at 74 right now, which is pretty comfortable, and not auto turning on any of those other features because I already have them set in the app. So let me show you the app and how all of that works, and you can see how easy this is. Guys, so this is the Sensi app. Like I said, so simple. Look at this. So it just is telling me the temp of my house. We're in cool mode. Over here, you can see it has this little 80. That's actually like what you have it set to turn on at. So if it becomes 80 degrees in here, it's going to make sure it cools it down further. Now, if you wanted that a different temp, you can set that somewhere else too. But if we just hit thermostat here, here's where you can adjust. It tells you the humidity. It tells you down here, we're holding at this temp until like 5:03, and then at 5 it's going to say 75 or lower. At 7 it's going to say 68 or lower. And so this is like a little schedule that I have all figured out on the bottom. Super easy to adjust this. It also tells you like your local location and temperatures there, so you can kind of know what to expect for the day. You can see across the bottom here we've got some different options of like, we're on the cool mode, you can switch to heat, auto, or off. You can see the fan auto here. So you can have the fan on auto, you can have it on, you can set your schedule in here. So this is where like we have a winter schedule and a summer schedule because we need a lot more heat here in the upper Midwest in the winter. So setting this schedule, setting your cooling schedule, and then the auto schedule. So you can have it set to just like know which one to do as well. You can do early start, which I think is also amazing. Early start lets you reach that temperature at a certain time. So it will automatically figure it out like, okay, we're going to start cooling earlier because Jen wants it at 70 degrees by 7 p.m. So that's another nice option as well. Tons of nice options for scheduling. I also love this little usage button over here. So if we click into this, it's going to tell you like, how much have you been using? How much like cooling has it been doing? Okay, so here's our recent, and just kind of shows you, you can even like click into them and it will tell you, say like how many hours has it spent cooling, on each of these days if you wanted to see that. Monthly archive you can check too. So I'm able to see, like I said, we've had this for several years, since like 2023 apparently, and can just compare my usage on these days. Obviously, January is pretty cold here. We were using heating a lot in January, and July was really hot. So we were using our cooling a lot then. Lots of great options, tons of good data in here, and just nice to be able to track these things yourself if you're ever interested. Now, none of that is stuff you have to do. I would say if you are coming in here quick, you want to figure some things out, just setting your schedule and learning how to do this is really easy. You also have some display options, system settings, service reminders is super helpful. So if you hit in here, I actually have this air filter one, and we did just do this. We just cleaned our air filter, so we're going to mark this as complete. But this will email me actually once a year or however long you set it to do, and remind you to clean your air filter, or whatever other settings you wanted to do here. So there's air filter, humidifier pad, HVAC maintenance, other, and it will email you like yearly or however often you want. So love the little service reminder option. Tons of other pieces in here in the settings you can check out, but really this is a simple device that works wonderful. So if you don't need a million bells and whistles, if you just need it to do what you want it to do, plus the scheduling, I mean, like, I don't really know what else I would want this to do. It does everything I need it to in a really simple, nice way. So check out the Sensi Lite. Hopefully this was helpful.